Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Emily and this is My Thrifty Kitchen, and today I have two of my absolute favorite cozy crockpot recipes to share with you today, so stay tuned. On this channel, I do not do a lot of crockpot recipes. I don't typically really even think about doing it. I'm more of a stovetop oven baking kind of girl. There are, however, some really amazing crockpot recipes here on YouTube and online in general that I do want to try one day when I think about it. Maybe not today, but there are two things that I really enjoy using a crockpot for. So I'm going to show you what those two recipes are today, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so I am going to make some cheesy potatoes with some smoked sausage. You could use any type of sausage you want, Italian sausage, smoked sausage, andouille sausage, whatever. These were like $2.50 at Aldi. So I picked these up. I've got right around 2 pounds of diced potatoes going in. And then I'm gonna use this bowl and mix up a can of cream of chicken, a half a cup of sour cream, and then in here I have an 8-ounce block of sharp cheddar cheese shredded up. I'm gonna mix all of that up in the bowl together. A half of a diced onion, or 1 small onion. Okay, we're going in with the diced up sausages. I did the whole pack. I cut them similar sizes to the potatoes. Mix all of this up. I also think I'm gonna lightly salt the potatoes and stuff. The cream of chicken soup obviously has a lot of sodium in it, but I think these potatoes just need a little something. So this is the onions and sausage and potatoes. And then I have the cream of chicken, the cheese, and the sour cream mixed together. I also put in a 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, black pepper, some Italian seasoning, and a little bit of crushed red pepper, which I really, really love, just to give it a little bite here and there. It doesn't make it spicy, but to be completely transparent, the church ladies at the potlucks on Sunday back in the Midwest would not be cool with me putting crushed red pepper in here. So I do it now as an adult because I can, and this is my kitchen and nobody can tell me what to do. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of spread it out across the top. You can just throw all of it in there like a, dump and go crock pot meal, but I get really picky about how my ingredients go in sometimes. And then I've just got 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna set on top and let that cook in. Put a lid on it, and this is gonna go for 4 hours. I'll probably stir it a couple times in between. All right, guys, this is everything. It is all done. It has been slow cooking for a while now, right around 4 hours. We do have a little bit of grease, a little more grease than you would expect with a cheesy potato, but that's just because we've got all the sausage in here. These are so tasty and yummy, and if you are preparing these and bringing them anywhere else, like maybe a Christmas potluck or something like that, reserve some of that cheese on the side, put it on top, and let it melt and get nice and pretty, maybe with a little parsley or something on top, make it a little festive as cheesy potatoes and sausage can be, at least. But I'm not doing that because we're just having this for a late lunch today. And it's a perfect day for it because it's kind of chilly and a little rainy out. But my kids love this and it is so comforting, and we're really excited to eat this. Okay, and for tonight's dinner, we are going to make some chicken curry. And this is pretty much everything we will be using. I know it looks like a lot, but really this is just me using up some stuff I have in my fridge. We've got 2 different types of potatoes. They've got some eyes growing on them. These need to be used up. We've got some carrots. Those need to be used up. I got this pack of chicken breasts at Aldi for 50% off. So I want to get this used up, and I already have some chicken in my freezer, so I want to utilize this as well. This seems like a lot of spices and stuff going on, but these 3 at least are pretty standard in pantries in the United States. This one might be the only one that you don't have, but it's a really inexpensive, especially this Badia brand. I think the smaller container of it is right around $2 at my local Walmart. Chicken broth, I can my own, but you can just use bouillon cubes or buy a box of chicken stock or broth, whatever. Some coconut milk, really easily accessible, and a can of chickpeas. This recipe I will be basing off of a slow cooker curry recipe that I found online. It's pretty much what I use for the basis of all my curries. I will link it down below, as well as all of the specific ingredients that I'm going to be using for my version, but you can really switch this up however you want. I like to go with some type of root vegetable, usually some chickpeas for extra protein, and some type of meat. Normally I might use chicken thighs just because I think they do cook up a little bit better in the slow cooker than chicken breast, but like I said, I want to use this up. So the first thing I'm going to do is peel and dice up these potatoes and my carrots and my chicken. So I will get back to you when all of that is done. All right, so I have everything kind of set up here ready to go. I have my russets diced up. This is about the size that they are. I've got my golden potatoes. I didn't peel these. I know I said I was going to. I'm not sure why, but I don't peel those. The skins are fine. I've got my carrots sliced up. I have 2 cloves of garlic minced up here. I've got juice from 1.5 limes. I saved the other half of the lime for garnish over the top for serving. I've got all of my chicken diced. This has salt and pepper on it. Decent sized chunks so that it doesn't get overcooked. And this was right around 1.5 pounds. And then I have all of my seasonings mixed up here. I have 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I'm also gonna need to use some salt, but I'm just gonna kind of season that as I go. And my chicken broth, I'm gonna use right around 1 cup of chicken broth. So we're gonna layer this stuff into my slow cooker here. Potatoes down first. And carrots. I'm gonna throw my garlic in there too. And I'm putting this on the bottom just so that those potatoes and carrots get cooked all the way through, and those will be done right around the same time as the chicken. I'm gonna pour a cup of this chicken broth over the potatoes, along with the juice from those limes. We're gonna salt this. I don't salt my chicken broth typically when I can it, so that is unsalted. And now we are going to add our chicken on top of this. You could also coat the chicken in the seasoning blend if you want to do that. I just got kind of lazy and didn't want to use up another bowl, and I also didn't want to lose any of that seasoning on my cutting board, so I'm just going to pour it over the top here. I know it seems like a lot, but these are just base seasonings. There's no salt in them, so you can't really have too much as long as it's within reason. And then we are going to salt over the top of this. This is sea salt that I have in my shaker, so if you use iodized salt, use a little bit less. And then I'm gonna pour this can of chickpeas over the top. It's rinsed but not drained. And we're gonna let that soak into those seasonings as well. And then I am going to set this on low. This is gonna cook in 4 to 5 hours, but at the 4-hour mark, I'm gonna come back here, check it, make sure my chicken is not overcooked, and then we will have one more final step to do at that point. Okay, it has been 4 hours, and I can tell that everything is cooked. That chicken has been slowly steaming the whole time. We're gonna stir all of those seasonings in there. And it doesn't look like, let's see here. Perfect. The chicken isn't overcooked. It is a little done in the sense that it is on the cusp of being overcooked. So we want to get this done as fast as we can. I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in my little bowl here with some of that coconut milk. And I'm going to pour this back into the can of coconut milk and mix that up really well. And then we are just going to pour this coconut milk over the top of all of this. Stir it up. You don't put the coconut milk in at the beginning of this because it will split. So I am going to let this cook for another 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna set this on high and let all of that cook together a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some rice going. And then by the time the rice is done, if this hasn't thickened up to the point that I want it, we will just set it on saute, get it bubbling a little bit, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so this thickened up so well. I had it on high, like slow cooker high setting, not saute, for about 20 minutes while the rice came up to pressure. I've just had it sitting here on keep warm for the last half an hour or so while we wait for my husband to get home. And so we are ready to eat, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like plated up. And this is our Crockpot meal tonight. Obviously the flatbreads, I did not cook in the Crockpot, but you get the gist of it. I am so excited to eat this. This is one of my favorite meals to eat when it's rainy and cool outside, which it is today. All of these spices are so warming and hearty. You really can't go wrong with this one. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up down below. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.